I'm going to be lying my ass off. I'm going to be making up some mostly fictional tales, and you'll just have to deal with it.
The man understands the mission directive. The man has come to play. Oh, let's see where this goes, counselor. Oh.
Okay, so now you understand.
Laughter dances with truth in Mostly Fictional Tales, where reality and fantasy engage in a tango. On this Mostly Fictional Tales, we have an enchanting rendezvous with the multifaceted maestro, David Amitin. My journey with David first began in 1994 at Stages Theater in Anaheim, California, where his performances as a character actor left a very memorable mark on me. His performances weren't just acts, they were immersive experiences, radiating sheer delight. Beyond the stage, David shows his prowess as a writer with a cheeky sense of humor. His parody one-act play pays homage to the Spice Girls, and it's called There's Always Room for Pie. It shared an evening with my own directed play, creating an evening blend of harmonious humor and storytelling. David is a maestro of crass humor. This is exemplified by his celebrated theatrical show, Pardon My Penis. He also wrote Blood Sucks, not just another vampire with AIDS love story. And both are celebrated by friends. An audacious move took him to Bangkok, Thailand, where he not only taught English and met his wife, but he also became a beacon of support during the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. From his exploits in Thailand to settling in Henderson, Nevada, David continues to weave his magic. With a day job and family anchoring him in Las Vegas, David continues to appear in films and leaves a David-shaped mark on streaming platforms like Tubi. Today we chat with David about his stage triumphs, his Thailand trials, and his commitment to storytelling. Welcome, David Amitin, a master of crass humor and my good friend. You see, Dave, this is a TikTok because people are going to ask me, well, where did Dave go? When did he meet Dee? And they're going to expect that I now know everything about you, right? And no, I don't. I have no idea. I'm just a clueless schmuck over here. You know, I am as you see me. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am like you, disappointed as well. You know, I was hoping for better.
Oh no!
But you know, got some dirt on your shoulder. You know, get that off of there. That's all right. So, somebody will get that reference. That's a reference. So that's good.
To understand how handsome I am.
Well, you know, it's a burden. I've seen you have to carry the burden for ever since 1993. Way back then. You've carried the burden well. I admire you for that. You know that.
There's a couple of things that I wanted to say before we got really into, and I'll let you be the one who asks the questions and all that sort of thing. But before we get there, there's a couple of things that's important that I get out. This is a very risky thing for me, you know, because I wouldn't do it because if I didn't love you, you know, but I moved away from California about 23 years ago.
Okay.
And
did you make enemies?
No, but so those people 23 years ago who haven't seen me since then, they could have been thinking, wow, you know, when I knew Dave in the 90s, he was like the most handsome, beautiful thing I'd ever seen in my entire life.
You know, you're right. You're right. You know what? People have said that to me. You know, people have said that to me. He is that beautiful, wonderful, luscious creature, that Dave Amitin.
That's right. Now, this is my vodka cranberry. So even if you find me boring, by the time we're done, I'm going to find myself very interesting.
Well, this is very good, Dave, because, I've long felt that I think I'm funny. So,
So I've watched, I think, all of your Mostly Fictional Tales. And because like I said, love you, right? And then I know a lot of the people that have been on the show, sometimes almost intimately.
This is pretty helpful. I mean, with Adam.
Here's the thing. Knowing them as I do, for a name like Mostly Fictional Tales, it seems like really there's a whole lot of truth going on. So I'm going to change that at some point. I'm not going to say when. I'm going to be lying my ass off. I'm going to be making up some mostly fictional tales, and you'll just have to deal with it.
The man understands the mission directive. The man has come to play. Oh, let's see where this goes, counselor. Oh.
Okay, so now you understand.
I do understand. There, Dave, is all of the keepers of the 88 keepers that that I was fairly sure was good enough. So we should be having. It is. You are majestic. You are truly majestic.
Long time. I got to tell people out there, Ken worked his ass off to get these pictures done. We had like 3 or 4 sets that looked like somebody completely different. Yeah. I was 80 years old for a while. I had 3 noses, I think. And then slowly but surely.
No. Those weren't 3 noses. Those weren't 3 noses. Those were 3 nipples. I checked out that third one very close. That was a nipple.
You're not licking it. I'm just telling you that right now. It's not happening. The minute I see your tongue come out, I'm out of here. I'm moving right along. I'm going to Saudi cop right up here.
Oh. All right. Well, I can tell we're gonna have to get you down to the bottom of that beverage of yours.
Oh yeah,
we need a little bit of an enhancement here. I don't have any enhancement in this thing, so.
A little enhancement.
All right, so
my whole life is a little bit of an enhancement.
All right, so right when you left Thailand with Dee and came back over to the States,
and Catherine.
Okay, because you had Catherine at the time. So Catherine's born over in Thailand. You're the dad, of course.
That's what we're hoping. We're crossing our fingers.
It's true. So, he has been in majestic. He's been in majestic mate all his life. Yet he has always been
share the same hand. My daughter and I have the same hand. The rest I'm not so sure about. But
okay, I was about to say because she doesn't look anything like you, David. Your daughter. No, that she looks like Dee. Oh, I've seen Dee's, but your daughter does not look like you.
You got to look at our hands.
I was speculating that
hands and the elbows.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I'll take it. I was a little worried for a moment, so now I'm feeling better. I'm feeling a lot better.
So.
I am feeling a whole lot better about that. You settled back down in Vegas, and you're now there, and it doesn't look like you're planning on going anywhere. Would that sound correct?
I'm having a really good time right now because besides the day job, I've really gotten into the film community here. So I've got about 6 films on Tubi. I've got 2 films on Amazon Prime, and then I have another one that's going to be released, supposed to be in March, called Animal Justice, where I'm a really bad guy. I'm a really, really bad guy. And the other one that's on Amazon Prime right now called Black Rose, I'm like a child molester. And so if you can check out Black Rose, if you want to see me be a really bad guy, it costs like $2, I think.
I will check out David because to see a good performance of a great villain.
But it's fun. So the great thing about doing film is that it doesn't take 8 weeks of rehearsal and then 6 weeks of performances. I can get in and out, do a whole movie in a week, and move on. And when you're working, when you have kids and family, you just don't have the time to do theater like I used to. Like when we were in stages, that was my whole life. I was there, 6-7 hours a night, every night. I was doing every show I could, and it was fantastic, but I just can't do that anymore,
No, can't do that. I don't know if I would have the stamina to do that anymore. I keep thinking of Brian Kojak and the calories the man would have to spend in order to keep that thing running, and in order to keep it running, there's a fair bit of mania that has to be a part of the whole equation.
I respect Brian Kojak so much. He was like a big brother to me, mentor. A little bit scared of him, but loved him.
All right.
To please him,
Let's not suck his dick too hard here. I like to cup his balls too, but he gets a lot of praise.
Does he? I don't know if he gets enough. I think I've heard some stories. So
I'm
here for you.
Huzzah! I am not framed right for this. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Well, that's why we've got David Amitin right here, astronaut David Amitin, rebel insurgent David Amitin, and then we've got, of course, constitutional law scholar David Amitin right over there.
Very varied. I can do so many things.
He's a beautiful man. We've already made sure that he's majestic. That's what he is. He is majestic, adventurous. Man, he goes everywhere.
I do what I can. I've been to like 25 countries because I did that. I spent that year, backpacking through Europe, and I had some great times. I went and saw the Pope, and I'm not Catholic.
Okay, you need to tell me a lot more about that. Right. So set the scene for me. Where is the Pope that you're going to go see him? Is he in the Pope House in Italy?
He's in the Pope House, and I go there. Like I'm in Rome. So if you're in Rome, you go see the Pope because that's what you do. And
I would just be disappointed in myself if I did not go and put that on my list if I were in the region. Yeah, you're right.
I thought I was just going to see the Sistine Chapel. That's all I thought was going to happen. But it turns out that like once a week or once a month or something, the Pope actually comes out and like waves at people.
Oh,
so I happened to be there that day.
Oh,
and so here's the scene, right? We're in the courtyard in Vatican City, and the Pope comes out and everybody's freaking out. All the Catholics are all like bowing.
Wait a minute. Was this Pope Ratzinger or was this Pope the new one?
Or Ratzinger. It wasn't. It was like two popes ago. So Pope walks out with his Pope dress
John Paul,
and everything.
Yeah.
And his Pope stick and the big Pope hat and everything. And all the people are like being really reverential and they're so excited and they're like, "Oh, Pope," and they're praying and stuff. And I just decided I need to be like the ugly American. So I'm like, "Hey, Pope, over here, right? Look at these." And the Pope, he was cool. He had his selfie stick. So he came out. We did the picture together. I lost the photos.
Oh.
But yeah, I had a nice little thing. I was like a mini Pope for a while.
You know what? I've got a strong bit of confidence, Dave, that we can reach backward in time and retrieve that photo of you and the Pope together for a mighty selfie. I think we can make that happen. I think I might actually be putting it in right. I can't tell which way I'm pointing. Right here. I can't tell which way I'm pointing.
But it was fun. I got to be on lots of TV shows when I was just by accident. Just totally by accident. I was
while you were traveling.
Yeah. When I was in New York, I shared a group hug with Conan O'Brien, Andy Richter, Max Weinberg, and some random audience member. And I was on the Howard Stern show. I was on a Michael Moore show. When I did, it was amazing. It's cool. I just walking around and you wind up being on TV.
You see, that's the part I'm not doing. I must not be walking around in the right places.
Yeah, I don't walk as much as I used to. I'm a believer in cars right now. When
I
lived in Thailand, I did a lot of walking.
There's strong evidence that I don't walk very far. So.
Walking is for losers.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, sorry, Bob. I'm sorry, Bob Jensen. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it, Bob Jensen.
Oh.
I respect how he can hike like that. I could not do that. I don't want to do it, but I couldn't do it.
You know what? I would want to. Again, when you're doing it with friends, like he's doing it with a group of like highly motivated people, and it's easy to feed off of that and to want to come up to their level. And
it just seems like when you're way out in the desert or in the mountains, what are the chances you're going to find a Taco Bell? And that's what I would need.
Oh, you know what?
Wherever I'm going.
Oh, you know what, Dave? I think you just converted me. I think I just came back over to your side.
Yeah. Mild extra cheese? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna go walk around where there's no extra cheese. I need extra cheese. That could be my TikTok like slogan. I need extra cheese.
I'd like to go ahead and let the audience members know of Mostly Fictional Tales is that no funding from the Wisconsin dairy industry has been received for such an endorsement of their lovely product.
If Taco Bell would like to send me a box full of tacos, I'm not going to say no to that.
Now, Taco Bell, on the other hand, they need to be on speed dial. They need to know that we're moving tacos over here. We are moving tacos over here. Admit it there, audience member. Dear audience member, I'm talking directly to you right now, looking directly into the camera. And I'm saying to you, when David just now mentioned luscious, lovely tacos, I bet you were peckish. I bet you wanted it.
You're thinking about it. A little hot sauce on that third nipple. Are you kidding me?
Yep. There's nothing to be ashamed of because some people would pay top dollar for that kind of breakthrough. Mm-hmm.
Hey, in Vegas they do almost every day.
And you know what? Who am I to argue with capitalism? Who am I? I mean, because for obvious reasons, I'm not somebody that you should be taking any advice from.
Only in America. It's hard to find Mexican food in Thailand, though, I can tell you. That's a difficult thing.
A newly transplanted young 49-year-old with a goatee and out-of-control sideburns has arrived in Bangkok, right?
I was like 30. I wasn't 49.
Oh.
I'm barely 49 now.
All right, well, use your imagination here. Tell me, what would a 49-year-old like that, and who has never been to Thailand, where would I get lunch to start with? I won't go to Taco Bell because that's not there, right?
Not going to find it. But here's the thing about Thailand. The food is freaking amazing. And I don't like spicy food, and they have a lot of spicy food, but they have everything. And you don't, like, Thai houses, a lot of them don't even have kitchens because people just go out and they get food on the street. And you're thinking, ooh, food on the street, I'm going to die. And you can get like a watermelon for 10 cents and it's all chopped up and ready to go. You have the sticky rice, chicken, the barbecue, corn on the cob. I was doing this and people were getting really worried, but I was talking about corn on the cob. And you get that for, again, a quarter. And it's all cooked and ready, and you just eat it. It's fantastic, so good, and the fruit is so sweet, and the seafood. Oh my god! So yeah, it's the best place, and you can live there for like $1,000 a month for housing, food, entertainment. Well, not always entertainment, but for a lot of things you can do really cheaply. You can go in a taxi for 10-20 miles, and you're going to pay $2.
Wow!
It's great. It's so great. Yeah, it's fantastic. Wow. Well, that's why I want to go back at some point. That's a great place to retire to. It's super cheap. That's what you don't have to pay top dollar. I met a group of people, and this again was before I met my wife, but we would go to these bars, and we were called the Nanapongers. And when we came into the bars knew us, and they would start playing our theme song when we walked in.
Okay.
And all the girls would run around, and we actually held the dirty dance contest. I was a judge, and it is good to be the judge.
I bet.
And
I bet.
it was a ton of fun. Yeah, it was great. I wasn't making that much money, American money, but compared to what they were making, I was like a millionaire.
Okay. So
that made me look even better.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I met a lot of great people. They're so nice and family oriented, and from all walks of life. I hope the best for them. You know, it's a whole different culture, a whole different thought of how life should go. Very different from ours, and I think ours is a little bit better. I can explain why if you want, but
yes, I do want you to explain why.
So you mean the United States has been a country for like what 300 years or something, less than that, and we are a first world country. We're the best economy in the world and all that sort of thing. Meanwhile, Thailand's been a country for 3,000 years, and they're still kind of a third world country. They're getting better, but they're still. And here's the reason. Here's the main reason. In America, the goal is for every parent that your children have a better life than you. So you will give your children things as long as they need it, really. They're always there for them. And you want them to, if you didn't go to college, you want your kids to go to college. If you got this, you want your kids here. And so the money always goes to the future, right? So as time goes on, you go up like this. And that's how we got where we are in 250 years. Now in Thailand, it's the opposite. They believe that the children's job is to take care of the parents. So a lot of times, especially in like the country, not in the big cities so much, but in the rural areas, as soon as the kids are old enough to work, the kids are taken out of school, they start working, and they give money to the parents. So the money goes back to the past. So you go like this, straight line forever.
You plateau off.
And it's nice. I mean, they care about their parents. They care about the older people. They're helping them.
I care about my mom.
Them forward, like we do. That's my observation anyway. That's one. There's several, but that's one.
All right. Well,
so I was working at the American School of Bangkok, which is an international high school, very upper class.
Is it still there?
Could buy me. Oh yeah.
It's still there. Here, let's do this.
That's the best one.
I think it's this one that you were talking about.
Yeah, mine was right in the middle of the city. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm seeing green on here. Are these just backyards that are around here, or is
be our baseball field? I hit a home run there one time. It was my best sporting moment ever.
Your best sports ball moment of all time.
You're amazed. That ball that's gone. They'll never find that thing. Totally lucky. It's right next to the hospital. There's a Samitive hospital. Right next
which is to the north of it. So yeah, I see they got a water tower or some sort of central. I'm gonna bet there are.
That's where my daughter was born.
Oh, all right.
And that's where I worked. So I taught their nurses English for a long time.
You just looked at it.
The School of Bangkok was run by a lady named Mrs. Lakana, who is fantastic. And she was very into the school, doing great things, being well known in the government. Like when we had the tsunami, I was arranging like rescue packages, and we had people delivering supplies to the hospitals. They actually told me to stop because there was too many supplies. And then I had like I had all those ambassadors coming around, and we were doing all kinds of special things. And I taught the police. Oh, this was a good one. So when George Bush and the ACN conference was going to happen, the police asked the American school to send a teacher to teach the English police, teach the police English. Sorry, it's been a little bit too much right here. All right. So they had me teach English to the police for 3 days so that there wouldn't be an international incident. Like they wouldn't arrest the president. So Mrs. Lakana had me teach there. And then, but what I was going to tell you about was her husband, because her husband was part of the government for a while. He was the ambassador to some country. I don't know which one. And the deal was in Game of Thrones, if you committed a terrible act, you could either be killed or you could join the Don the Black, right? And you go on the wall. So this is kind of what happened to him. He became a monk for a year. And the question is, what did he do to become a monk, to stop being a multimillionaire in the government with all the power and become a monk, like feeding food to poor people?
Yeah.
What did he do? He tried to sell the Thai embassy to somebody. And so that got him a year as being a monk. Good guy.
That is a lot like the hey, I got a bridge to sell you.
But he literally tried, and he had to don the black for a year.
All right, so he tried to just sell the parcel and the buildings in that other country where he was posted.
That's what I understand. Yeah. So that takes some chutzpah.
Well, yeah, it does. It takes a little bit of moxie. But he didn't get away with it, so it doesn't sound like it was a good idea. But he did have to go be a monk.
To be a monk. Now, if I had done that, I would have been doing hard labor for several years.
You know what? Dave, I'm going to say, just like me, that being a monk would be a hard labor to you and myself, so...
Oh, they're all right. They get to wear the orange. The orange robes are very flattering.
That they are, but I'm going to say that if you have to do any sort of, serving, doing dishes or something, you might be in a little bit of trouble. It sounds like a monk would have to be doing dishes. Now, recently, your wife, Dee, got lacerated nasty, didn't she?
Yeah.
What was she doing?
She was washing dishes, and somebody had broken a glass, and it was under the water. And so she slung her hand in there and got in the worst place. It was right on the little half knuckle here, and it went to the bone. And so now she still can't really bend it all the way,
Wow.
But since I'm here talking about my wife in Thailand, and I've got plenty of juice, let me just say that
it better be that your wife is wonderful.
Yeah, I really respect her. I mean, when I first met her, she didn't speak hardly any English at all. And I did put her in. It's a hard language to learn.
English is really hard.
Really hard. But she did it. She speaks really well now. She can read. I can't do that. I lived in Thailand for 6 years. I know 10 words. And she gave up her whole country, her culture to come live here with me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
It is.
Cheers to you, Dee. I love you. And I'm here with you until you throw me away.
Well, Dee, he can't not come live with me. I've
heard stories about your place.
I live like a feral animal over here. So I was told by somebody not too long ago that I really should just why don't I go get a simple job that pays the bills? They've been where I've been, so they're just saying they should just get me something to get me through tough times. Yeah, just saying, right? I replied to him and I said, I might be a little surprised and disappointed to learn, but the last guy who said that to me, he also followed it up with, and I quote, "Dance, monkey, dance. Yes, do your little teapot dance, you rascal monkey. Yes, you are a very fancy dancing monkey, aren't you? You are a happy monkey when you dance. Don't stop dancing now, monkey. You gotta bring home those dollar bills." Now, Dave, here's the problem. I got a dilemma with this because, on one hand, I like being called a monkey. I'm a silly man. You've seen me be silly. I don't think it's bad. I mean, but he wasn't saying it in a nice way. No, he was not. No, and then the other part of it is I do love to dance.
Oh yeah, I've seen you dance. So that would be quite a dilemma for you.
Yes.
I actually brought, I don't know if you can see this, but I brought my G-string.
Oh,
Can you
I
see
had
this?
to click over so that oh, dance monkey.
This is my clown G-string. There's a button right here where you can do it and it would laugh, but it doesn't. It's broken now. This is like a 25-year-old G-string.
Oh my
But
God, that's awesome.
this was my stripper. This was my stripper G-string. This was Ricardo the Magnificent.
I do believe I have my flesh-colored dance belt sitting around. So yes.
A good family man.
Oh well, that has its selling points apparently. I mean, look at you. Just look at you. Majestic, handsome,
luscious.
It really helps to have a lady clean you up. Yeah. I mean, I'm certain. I've seen you before you had D, and now there's improvement.
Is there?
Yeah, I mean, D definitely knows some scraft.
There would almost have to be improvement. So,
well, it's a thing. It's a thing. I'm not your boss. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just going to tell you I see things that are good ideas and bad ideas, and I'm just going to tell you what's good and what's bad. Your results might vary.
Yeah, I mean, I got lucky. The thing is, though, I always thought if I wasn't happy, then do something different. Because why not? It's scary, but that's how I wound up traveling around the world. That's how I wound up living in Thailand for 6 years. That's how I wound up meeting my wife. Because I said, you know what? This is a scary thing to do. I'm going to sell all my stuff. I'm going to fly to Thailand without a job, without a way of getting a job.
And you went to Thailand without a way to get a job?
No. When I went to Thailand, I went to a school to learn and be certified to be a teacher, but I didn't have that when I went there. And then I got a job right afterwards.
Okay. But wow, I think I would have not gone and did that unless I knew I had a job waiting for me. That I'd already been given an offer letter and all of that. Because
I was bored. I was tired. I was doing the same thing all the time. I was like, I don't want to do the same thing for another 10 years. I want to go have an adventure. And it worked out when I did that year traveling through Europe. So I said, let's do it. Let's go. And yeah, it was great. I can't do that now, but it was a great thing. I loved it.
Good memories. I have several good memories. I hope to make more good memories. And one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on here on Mostly Fictional Tales here to record that, to say this is important enough that there are people that want to know where you went to, what adventures you had, and some of the times that you shared together with them.
I miss you guys. I miss you, Ken. I miss all the Stages people, the Fullerton College people. I've been away for 20 years, and for me, it seems like 2 years sometimes. And then I go back to visit, and everybo's very, very different. I'm still young and handsome, but everybody else is much older. But I miss everybody. I hope to come out and see y'all. I hope you'll come see me. I'm in Vegas. I'm 4 hours away.
Everybody go see David.
I will get you a show.
He will get you a show
on me. You will see a Vegas show.
You will see a Vegas show. Look, folks. Go visit David Amitin in Las Vegas. He's in Henderson, which is right next door. He can drive over 10 minutes. He's right over with you, right into a Vegas show. You're saving yourself already going into this. Come on. How are you all not champing at the bit right now?
See me. I love you. I love you all. I'm a man of love.
Oh.
I'm almost out of my...
You're almost out. However, thank you all for showing up here and stumbling upon Mostly Fictional Tales here with David Amitin and me. If you like what we've done here, and you need to see me do more of it, then I could use your help. You need to like, share, and subscribe to this video. It seems like a small thing, but man, is it important. But if you're a real difference maker, you'll go on over to Patreon and throw me $20. I'll use it to pay the rent. And until then, I have been your host, Rathgar, Captain Rathgar, and I remind you all, be good, but if you cannot be good, don't be caught.